I used to wait for the perfect morning, the one where my brain woke up sharp. The inbox stayed quiet, and the work felt easy to touch. That morning almost never arrived. I thought focus was a feeling you get before you begin. Then I learned a smaller truth. Focus is something you do for 1 minute, and the feeling follows after. I built a tiny ritual that survived even my worst days, and it changed the slope of my life. I call it the 1-minute focus cue. It's not a hack, it's a door. Open it, and the rest of the hour stops arguing. This story is how that door turned noise into clarity and hesitation into progress. By the end, you will have one small move to place beside tomorrow Sanrazen proof that you can begin before you feel ready. My mornings used to belong to whatever was loudest, a notification, a headline, a message that felt urgent because it sounded like my name. I told myself I was just warming up with a quick check, finding a better playlist, or doing a small tidy up. Before I knew it, 20 minutes had disappeared into doing everything around the work, but nothing inside it. And when I finally tried to start, that first inch of progress felt like a cliff. I was always waiting for a spark I couldn't schedule. That's when the labels crept in. Maybe I'm just not a focused person, but labels are just shortcuts for the brain, and they become handcuffs for the day. So I tried all those impressive routines you see online. 30 steps, color-coded blocks, sunrise promises. They looked great on camera, but they broke by Wednesday and turned on me like a judge. I didn't notice how many tiny decisions were draining me before I even opened the page. This task or that, 10 minutes or 30. Now or later, my attention leaked through all these pinholes of choice. Even the good sessions felt like pure luck. I wanted deep work to feel exciting the moment I sat down, like a firework instead of a quiet pilot light. But real focus rarely starts bright. It starts small, steady, and quiet. I wasn't failing because I was weak. I was failing because I made the first step heavy and the exits many. Distraction is a powerful teacher. It trains your brain to expect something new every few seconds. When that's your normal, anything slower feels wrong. I mistook that feeling of discomfort as a sign to stop instead of a signal to stay. Each time permit aside, I'll do it later. My mind learned that my word could slide, that my promises were flexible, and that lesson didn't stay in one corner of my life. It followed me everywhere into workouts I postponed, messages I owed friends, and the sleep I promised myself I would protect. My identity slowly shifted from I do what I say I'll do to I intend to do it, which is a small change on paper but a heavy one to carry. There was another hidden cost to all this. Decision fatigue. I was spending all my mental coins just on whether to begin and how to begin, until I had none left for the actual work itself. By noon, I'd feel completely used up without having done anything deep at all. It became clear that focus didn't need more noise or a more complex system. It needed a better opening. I kept asking motivation to lead the way, but motivation prefers to meet you mid-stride. If I wanted a different life, I had to shrink the distance between deciding and doing. I had to simplify that first minute so much that my excuses would be late to the conversation. And I had to end in a way that made my brain actually want to return the next day. The turning point came from a single sentence I just couldn't argue with. If the first minute is easy, the second minute arrives on its own. So I decided to design the easiest first minute I could imagine and test it for 7 mornings. No heroics, no pressure for a perfect streak, just one small promise, paid daily. The setup was incredibly simple. The night before, I would stage my tools where my hands would find them first thing in the morning. That meant a glass of water right there, the document open to the exact paragraph I needed to work on, or a book turned to the next page. Then, in the morning, before my phone had a chance to perform its distracting magic, I would count down from 5 and move my hands at 1 for exactly 60 seconds. I did the smallest, real version of the task. I'd read one paragraph out loud. I'd write one ugly sentence that just pointed at the main idea. Or I'd solve one example problem, writing out all the steps. And this part was crucial. I stopped on purpose. Ending kindly taught my brain that starting was safe, that it wasn't a commitment to an overwhelming marathon. The second morning, that first minute felt less like a cliff and more like a curb. By the third morning, I noticed a calm I could actually work with, not a firework, but a steady pilot light. Focus didn't show up as a mood. It showed up as momentum. So here's the 1-minute focus cue, exactly as I use it, and how you can copy it tonight. First, place the cue. Put your tools where your hand will land first tomorrow morning. Open your document to the exact place you'll start. Turn your phone face down in another room, or at least out of arm's reach. If you need light, set the blinds or a lamp so it welcomes you. Second, decide your doorway. Choose one action that produces a small, real result in 60 seconds. Read a paragraph aloud. Write one line. Outline 3 bullet points. Label a math problem and copy the first formula. The key is that the action must be real output, not just more setup. Third, cut the negotiation. When you wake up, do not open a debate with yourself. It's a debate you will lose to delay. Just count down softly from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let your hands move. Decisions made in seconds outrun excuses made in minutes. If coffee is part of your morning, try placing it after this first minute. Make it a reward, not a prerequisite for starting. Fourth, end kindly. At 1 minute, pause on purpose. You can even smile, not because the work is perfect, but because the start is done. Your brain remembers how things end, and gentle endings invite you to try again. On good days, you might feel like adding another minute or gliding into a short focus block, like 20 or 25 minutes of work. But on heavy days, just keep the 1 minute and leave proud. Fifth, track your visible proof. Put a dot on a calendar, a check mark on a small card, or just a line in a tiny log that lives right beside your tools. You aren't chasing a perfect streak. You are collecting receipts of who you're becoming. And those receipts build a new identity. That identity is what sustains your effort on the hard days. Next, design friction, not force. Make the right move closer and easier than the wrong one. Keep your task open, your chair clear, your pen ready. Put your phone farther away than your excuses. And if one app always grabs you first thing, just sign out of it for a week and see what happens. Finally, grow by 1 notch. When that 1 minute feels completely automatic, stretch it to 3 minutes, not 30. Add depth. Slowly, focus grows best like a tree. A little bit every day, not everything all at once. After just a week of this, my log didn't look heroic. It just looked steady. The first minute arrived on schedule, and the second followed like a friend who's always close by. 2 minutes turned into 8, then 15, and then a calm focus block that left a clean, accomplished taste in my head. The social media feed didn't lose all its appeal. It just lost its place at the front of the line. I still scrolled sometimes, but only after I started my important work. That single reordering of my morning changed everything downstream. The project that used to feel like a wall became a door I had practiced opening every day. Exams and deadlines felt less like cliffs and more like hills with a path ID already worn down. But the biggest change wasn't about time. It was about trust. I started to trust my future self to show up, because my present self was making it easy for him. I ended my days with proof, not just promises, and I slept lighter. I noticed how these small choices, light, water, a deep breath, a first line, stacked up into a posture of attention. The 1 minute focus cue didn't turn me into someone else. It returned me to someone I could rely on. The focus I wanted wasn't missing. It was just waiting behind a door I kept forgetting to open. If this story gave you even a breath of calm, protect it. Tonight, stage your tools where your hands will land first. Choose one 60-second action that produces a real result. In the morning, count down from 5 and just move at 1. End kindly and mark 1 visible check. If you have more in you, add another minute. If not, you already won the hour's hardest part. Let movement lead and let motivation follow. You can master your focus by mastering your first minute. Thanks for watching. If you want more stories that help reset your mind, be sure to subscribe. See you next time.